Alva here, Terry
Here.
me here, Angelica's absent, and then I'll grab Scott when he walks in.
Yeah. Okay, so we do have a quorum. So the minutes of the December meeting were amended, and so you guys have any questions on those?
I did not look at it. I looked at everything else and I somehow just skipped right over that.
Okay, I looked at them, I think they're okay.
I'll say the one I
I
saw.
have a copy, so I was just
Yep,
checking
here you go.
quick before I. Thanks, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Just skipped right over that to the next item. And I knew that was gonna be on there too.
We've tabled them a couple of times.
Yeah, I knew we had.
So-
Yeah,
I
the
knew it was
December
gonna be on
one.
there.
She said she could head this way, but it'd be about 20 minutes. I told her she's
Yeah,
fine.
I think it's okay. I think Scott will be here in a few minutes, so. He had an
Thank
emergency.
you. All right, I moved.
I guess when people's power goes out, like,
Yeah, it's this time of year.
So you move,
I moved to approve the minutes
I'll second.
from December 18th.
All right. Parsons,
Aye.
Beer, aye. Melinda.
yes. Okay, financial report for
We need to
the,
do the
Next minutes.
next.
oh,
last
the,
month's minutes.
I'm sorry, the minutes for March 26th, 2025 tourism meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes from March 26th, 2025.
I'll second. Parsons,
Aye.
Beer, aye. Melinda.
Yes. Okay, discussion on the financial report? Any questions?
I don't.
I don't have any questions at this time either, so. Motion. Oh, we don't need a motion.
Nope.
I always say that every month. Okay, number 6, the discussion and action for the Alva Rotary Club. So, Jesse, thanks for being with us tonight.
Yeah, I want to apologize. I've tried to phase myself out of this a little bit. I guess between Mickey and them, no one was here last month. So my apologies. That was not our intent to be an item on the agenda and then not be present. So I tried to figure out how many times I've been here or how long I've been doing this, but I'm guessing it's in excess of 15 years. This is a much more bare bones approach to having a 4th of July celebration for here in Alva. The request is for half of what the budgeted amount would be. Rotary does raise money through the Sponsor a Rocket drive, I guess we could call it. I would say that $6,000 to $7,000 is about as much as can probably be raised. Back in the heyday when the oil and gas industry was here, we would get a little bit higher than that. We had a lot bigger events back then. I was able to confirm that last year's show can be purchased for this amount. There is a little bit of an issue regarding whether we have the necessary personnel to continue to do this in Alva, but there is, you have to be licensed. We've always had 3 licensed operators here in Alva. All of our licenses are up June 30th. So, but we do have a Tacoma firefighter that is licensed to do this show. If nothing else, we also have opportunities. I may renew my license going forward. Just so the committee knows, in the future, if we do not have a local group to do this, you would add about $2,500 onto something like this to be able to have one of the fireworks companies, there's not a lot of them, but have potentially a group that would come in and fire the show. Since I've been involved 15 years, and I imagine that my predecessors had done it for about 15 or 20 years before we took over. The natural evolution's doing it. I'm the only one that's been here, I think, for all of those years without Well, Scott's not here, I can't pick on him, but even he took off a year in between all of that. So, as the guy that's been here every year, I can just say that going forward, if Alva is going to have a 4th of July celebration and we're going to have a fireworks show, it can be dialed back a little bit, but this expense associated with that is always going to be there. And a 4th of July that falls on a Friday or a Saturday, you might as well look for an alternate date, because so many of these companies have used them, and if everybody has their show on Saturday, and when I talked with Rainbow, they would hire me right now to go fire shows elsewhere because of a weekend style show if I wasn't doing it here. So Rotary would like to commit to doing this again this year. I think we can make it happen. It's obviously scaled back from what it's been in years past, but that would be our approach to it. Again, I call it kind of reverse tourism. I mean, people will leave Alva and go watch fireworks. And I know that this is a tourism committee that's trying to draw people here. I know that we have drawn people here. I know that we have had really glowing reviews. Alva's had a lot of great fireworks shows, but this is an expensive hobby. And it's one of those things that if this committee or the city wants this to continue to happen, this is how it happens. If it doesn't, then we just have to be prepared for the consequences that go with it. And outside of that, I'd field any questions, but I think our request, our total budget is listed at 12.5. I have some other numbers. I actually got the contract. It's right at 12.5 by the time it's shipped and delivered here. I feel confident we could, despite some logistics with the change in personnel, some of my guys have moved away, etc. We could get there. I know Kelly's one of the guys that's always helped as well too. But the point is that if we continue to do it, that's where it at. Rotary's willing to still sponsor and do the event and go from there and fundraise accordingly. But that's where we're at. And I won't take up any more time other than questions.
Any questions?
It's my understanding that the city has money that they were willing to put towards this. Is that true, or do you know that?
I actually don't personally know that. I know that we have talked in years past that this was an evolution where it kind of was a city-run deal, and then it went to and then tourism was a request. I could tell you the benefit of the city buying the fireworks, and the point is as a municipality, you can avoid a lot of some liability or some general liability policies cover it, some taxation, some stuff like that. So any way that it can be done through the city and through the city government is a better way than just having Rotary try to do it, who doesn't necessarily have big liability policies and stuff like that. So I am not personally, I probably haven't watched the city council meeting or attended one in I don't know how long, but I just know that in the discussions of how this has happened, this contract comes with the idea that it's billed to the city of Alva so that we can get the benefit of all of that. So from that standpoint, Terry, I would agree that I just don't know if they've actually budgeted for it or whether there's money there for it, but I mean, I know this committee is really not City of Alva money, it's the tourism money that comes from the hotels and all that. So that's above my pay grade. So I just would stand that, yes, I've heard those discussions before, but I think that's kind of where I'm at.
I can answer your question for you, Terry. Yes, we budgeted about $8,000 in my budget as the administration line in the city to support the fireworks, knowing the Rotary's going to support at least 5,000, if not more.
I feel it's very important to the community, and it is important to keep people in town, but I don't feel it's tourism. I think at one time when they had all the events and people were coming from out of town and I know that's a lot of work.
And I wish those days still existed because I wish Rotary still had 45 minutes.
It was tourism, but I think at this time it's really not. It's just people go out at night and watch the fireworks. That's my opinion, but I think it's a great thing, and I would hate to lose it. So.
I would love to still have we had a lot of fun with the full day worth of events, and the swimming pool obviously being closed, that hurt that a lot, a lot of things, but also just straight up COVID killed so many civic programs that the fact that Rotary, I mean, I hate to make it sound like Rotary's only, barely alive, but I'm saying, but just the number of members that are gone, and how many people have dialed back and gone back, that it's going to take an event like that, and right now, unfortunately for me, I'm on the tail end of this, and I'd love to say, hey, I'd like to make it a full day event or whatever from there, but at the same time, but you take 1 year off, and you lose these people, and it's going to have to be a lot harder to get them back, and just Hartner, for example, I don't know if they did it last year, but they took at least 1 or 2 years off. And I know it, they saw the impact immediately when that happened. So that's kind of where we're at. So I don't know how that factors into this, but I make the request.
Okay.
Still based upon Rotary as the way they look at it.
I do believe the Little Red Hen is also trying to plan something like last year that's down in the park, like hot dogs and stuff like that. So to try to make it an all-day big event to coincide with the fireworks, I'm pretty sure I saw that somewhere recently on Facebook.
Yes, that's right.
And you know what, and I honestly, I wish Rotary could have expanded that a little bit more and had more clubs involved, but we were big enough and we're trying to do it that way. The Little Red Hens have done an amazing job picking up at least the park stuff. Again, it just became swimming pool and then location-wise. I mean, I kind of like being able to do it out at the rec park, but at the same time, I miss the old park and being able to do it down in there and have everybody, for lack of a better term, trapped all day long down there where we had the run in the morning and the auction and all of those things. So.
Okay. Well, thank you.
All right.
Any discussion? Do we want to just vote on this or table it? Do we have a motion? What do you think? We can wait till we have more of our committee here, or we can.
Less than 90 days already, haven't we? That one?
Yeah, but 90 days is when they have to turn their application in, so.
They don't, not 90 days before.
Not 90 days before the event's approved money, so.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, I do think it's very important, and I would like to be able to do something for them. I mean, I see where Terry's coming about
I do
it.
too.
You know, since people don't necessarily stay the night, and that's kind of where we're geared to, is because of the tourism with the hotels and stuff like that.
And it's not even stay the night, I mean, they don't even really come to town for that.
Yeah.
It's more of a family,
I think that,
Alva family.
yeah, it's like a quality of life
Yes.
type event.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I mean,
we certainly can, I mean, we can vote on it, we can table it, we can wait till there's more than 3 of us here to talk about it. So,
I mean, I do think it'd be good to have at least either Angelica or Scott here to also weigh in on it as well.
yeah.
I don't want to not do something for them, because I do feel like it's important, but
I do too.
I see it at all aspects, so.
So,
Make a motion to table until next month when we have more committee members.
yeah. Yes. Do I have a second?
second.
Beer, yes. Terry,
Yes.
Melinda,
Yes.
table until May meeting.
Okay, our next item is the golf tournament. Alva Golf and Country Club, Nescatunga Golf Tournament application. Hello, JJ.
Hello.
Thank you for coming tonight.
Yeah, I found out about 4:45 that I get to come up and present this again. I presented it last year, and so they let me know that hey, you got about 45 minutes to get down there. So yeah, so 63rd Nescatunga Golf Tournament. It's a 3-day event. We have 40 plus four-person teams plus family members that come up. We've had a full tournament for as long as I can remember. I've played in it for the last 25 years or so. So always a great turnout. Always great for Alva to have a lot of families come in. Kind of turned into almost a family reunion type event where a lot of families from out of town come in, get out there to the golf course, and around town, visit the shops they haven't seen forever, and put some money back into Alva. So as you can see, we do have a shortfall, and most of it is on the labor and the food and the banquet that we hold up there. That's we always have to put a lot more hours getting everything ready, and that's mostly what in the banquet that all the family members come out, eat, and support the golf course that way too. But other than that, I know we've done it, you guys have supported us, and so we would like to do this to go for the same amount as what we've done in the past. And hopefully it turns out that you guys will be with us on that, so.
Okay, any questions for judging?
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for considering.
Yep, do we have a motion or a table?
I'll make a motion to approve the Alva Golf and the AGCC Nescatonga Golf Tournament application not to exceed $6,000.
Second.
Beard, yes. Parsons?
Yes.
Melinda?
Yes. Okay, number 8, Megan and Jody are here to talk to us about the Alva Chamber MOU for 25-26. And so, ladies, we would love to hear from you. Welcome to our meeting.
Thank you. Okay, so I don't know how, we did an annual report to kind of show you what we've been up to, give you an idea of the partnership and what role the chamber plays in tourism. Here's one for you too. And then come to you with our memorandum of understanding that was, I think, started maybe in 21. This year we're asking for the same amount with the same duties as before. In the memorandum, we kind of redid that a little bit so that it identifies what the ordinance actually says about the tourism committee and what the role is of this committee for tourism, and also identifies that the Chamber of Commerce will be contracted to carry out and administer the programs developed by this committee. So just so that now that that's on paper, so everybody can be reminded, us and you guys each year of where that lies, and then kind of the specific duties that we're going to provide for you guys. So maintain the visitor staff, or the visitor center at 502 Oakland Boulevard. Location has free Wi-Fi. We house all the promotional stuff for Alva. It's a very, I guess, people can see the location really well. Jody gets a lot of visitors that just stop by to pick up brochures or maps and just want to hear about Alva.
May come in for the restroom.
Yeah. So continue with all of that. Continue with designing, contracting, and administering any digital and print promotional items. And then representing Alva at conferences, local events, making sure that we provide a positive face for Alva and let people know that Alva has a lot going on. That's a big goal of ours, is to just spread the word and create a sense of pride for all of our local community members and outside of there. So also maintain this particular document to keep us both in check and make sure that we are providing what we want to do for you. So then every April we come and we talk to you about this and see if you agree to the amount that we're asking, and then move on from there. So in addition, this year we provided this annual report to kind of highlight the growth that we've seen, which honestly was completely unexpected. Jody and I just get up there and we do what we do. We kind of lead with our heart rather than our minds, and we just follow that in everything that we do. And so far, it's really, really working. It's resonating with people. It's getting people excited. It's getting them engaged. They're getting them to show up. So from 2022 to 2024, we've seen a decrease from 22 to 23 in number of members, and then a pretty large increase. So since Jody and I have started, we're up about 60 members, which we didn't even realize Alva had that many more businesses or entities that wanted to be involved. And it's not, we do solicit, we go out, like we see somebody and we're like, hey, you should join the chamber. But honestly, people are just showing up, and that was, again, completely unexpected.
I think it's that you guys have done a fantastic job. And, I mean, just your presence and your enthusiasm, and so.
Well, thank you.
I know I told you that before, but it's very true. And I've heard that from other people who have rejoined the chamber, so.
Thank you. I know that when we came in last year, last April at this point, I remember thinking, we have no idea what we're going to do. But because Megan and I were president and past president, we didn't want everything to just drop and fail. So we went in as volunteers. Hey, I can do this. and she's like, hey, I can do this. And then realizing that, hey, we do make a great team to be able to do this, and we do have the people skills to go out and talk to not just the people here, but the people beyond here. I had a meeting with Northwest Oklahoma Buzz this morning talking about collaborations, but I'll let you continue in what you've got written.
So basically tying in tourism, why it matters, and what the Chamber's role is and all of that. So it's easy to say, okay, well, we're loud and cheery, and yeah, we're doing a great job, but when you tie it back into all the different pieces of tourism, it shows how strong that partnership is and how vital it is to Alva. So of course, tourism is important because we want to promote economic opportunity for all of our businesses. We want everybody to thrive. So foot traffic, building a brand so that people know that Alva is a place to be. And the Chamber's role is to advocate for those businesses and create the tourism strategies to try to grow that, and then provide the network to get community-wide support for that. And we've shown that in some of our events, that community support, they do show up. So some of our assets, of course, are our people, our college. We're a county seat. We are right dead center between all of the state parks, and those are pieces that we really need to capitalize on. So then the role of the Chamber for that is to connect the dots on the fabric that we have going on. Put all of those pieces together in a way that streamlines it so they know they can talk to us, and we're going to have the information or the connections to lead them where they need to go. And then create the packages, the promotional items, the digital content, and then strengthen those relationships between the city of Alva and the businesses. And we can already see that continue, like growing the collaboration between those two entities. And then investing in the growth of the whole town. So what makes us different is, these three words are kind of a big player in who I am and who I want Alva to be, is we're a community of character, connection, and creativity. So we're working on coming up with new ideas and connecting all of the people within our community so that we can really collaborate and do good things. So we don't want to just welcome visitors, we want to invite them to feel at home. So what our role is to curate that story for everybody and to align all the voices and to make sure that we are supporting the authenticity that people crave. So people visit us because it does feel like home. Or once they do visit us, they're like, man, it's so comfortable here. And that's what we want, so people will stay or bring their families back again later. So our target audience, of course, because of where we're located, we want the adventurers and the outdoor lovers. We're going to try to promote that a little bit more. Families, we're already promoting that because we are a safe, fun, welcoming environment for people to show up and do things. University visitors, hit that a little bit harder. With alumni, parents, students, we added, this year's the first year that we added all of the freshman emails to the newsletter. And at first we thought, okay, we don't want to add them to everyone because that's going to kill our open rate because they're not going to care. And it hasn't. They're opening it, they're hearing what's happening in Alva, and they're showing that to some of our events. Also on that note, we're in communications with the teachers that are up there doing the freshman connection and the habitudes and letting them know, hey, volunteer opportunities, talk to the Chamber about it. That's really the line we want people to use, is talk to the Chamber and find out. We want them to do that. So our role in all of that is, again, networking and making sure that we're meeting and catering to all of the needs that are out there, creating a visitor center that's welcoming and people show up, because they do. And then also the communication part of letting people know what is happening at the Chamber and how many people are showing up and having a Chamber chat in the newsletter. And then communicating our vision. And that's something that I think that's on our 3-year plan, is really honing in on what that vision is so that all parties can communicate that effectively to the outside world. So strategic opportunities, again, event-driven tourism. We want to expand the Christmas event into maybe something a little more regional. So we get Carmen, Tacoma, and Cherokee. Everybody comes to our weekend. More family-friendly events. We're working with Alva State Bank to possibly do a First Friday Family Fun Night where we have games downtown and maybe a hamburger feed for this summer, First Fridays, to try to grow the First Friday stuff and to get people from other locations to show up to Alva for an ice cream social or whatever it may be. We're working on that. Maybe look to having some seasonal weekends that we could promote, like a salt and sand adventure, so you could hit both places, talk to the regions at the Winoka and Cherokee. And then our role, of course, is to organize and promote that. Our channels for marketing are the stuff that you already see, the Facebook, the Instagram, working on TikTok, getting some traction there, our websites, and then harness the rec park also. That needs to be something that we focus on. We put a poster up for Christmas and it got a lot of traction. So I've already talked to Courtney today about some QR codes to where things to do will be posted loud and proud at the rec park, so when people show up, they can hit our calendar, they can hit restaurants from that channel. So our role again is to provide that platform so that we can all communicate better. Key partnerships, of course, is this MOU that we're coming to you today for, and then the partnership between the city of Alva and communicating with us, the partnership between the businesses and getting them to talk about, hey, what kind of promotions do you want? Having an open door policy where they can come talk to us about their ideas and bring them. Then our unified tourism approach, that's another part of our role. So the next page, things that we're proud of. For chamber bucks, 53,000 have been purchased this year, well, in 2024. So that's a big jump. I think, is that a $10,000 jump? Remember, I thought it was 40 something the year before. Anyway, chamber bucks have skyrocketed, and a lot of people are giving those as gifts, using them for children's tours, showing up for any sort of promotion. They want to give chamber bucks because that again throws it back into the city.
That's what the university does for their incentive to their employees. They've chosen with that incentive that they have received, they then come and purchase the chamber bucks. Yeah.
So our biggest events, I've listed all of the big ones, and I only have the Placer AI or whatever on a few of them. So the rec park, something that, this is just 1 month only, and they have 8,500 people show up that weekend. So we really want to focus on that and work with Courtney so she's letting us know whenever all of those activities happen out there. Car show brought in 8,500. Northwestern Homecoming brought in close to 8,000, and then Christmas for our first year out, 5,600 is really pretty good. We were excited about that. The other ones that are a little bit small, I don't have the analytics for, but those are all events in Alva that we think, if they're grown and continue to grow, it's just going to get more people to show up and spend the night in Alva. So the things we're proud of, community coffee. I won't read all of that for you because those are just our highlights and the things that we've achieved and we're excited about. Business investments, that's something we're continue to do. Whether you're a chamber member or not, if you're not a chamber member and you submit something to the newsletter, it's going out to 1,360 people, and we are promoting it that way. If you submit an event to our events calendar, it's going on there regardless of whether you're a chamber member. And if the outside towns, I think I had it scheduled for Monday this week, we actually got a submission from Cherokee Main Street saying, hey, would you put this in your newsletter? And it was a bird and crystal festival that they're having in Cherokee. So the more we promote them and say, hey, let's go share hours with the neighbors will come here, and it needs to not be a competition between the two, but a collaboration. Our annual gala was the biggest it's ever been for our 10th annual, 420 people. We had over 1,500 votes cast for the nominees, which was really, really surprising, and it was our largest fundraiser effort to date. The digital and print and live real-time advertising, all of those things we are doing to try to advertise for Alva and for the events. Events calendar stays hooked up. That's something Jody takes care of. We get submissions and we add to it every day.
We are combing through everything that we have so that we can promote those events.
Something we'll add to that is to put all of those events also on Travel OK. That's on our projection. Then our chamber newsletter, of course, we talked about that. And that's not just hitting Alva people. It's hitting other communities. So we had a comment from Estes Park saying that our newsletter is better than what Estes Park, Colorado does in their community for their chamber. So our open rate is 58%, when the national average is 22%. So we're really, really proud of that. And then our community outreach, of course, we've got an extremely, super great board. And they show up when we need them, and they show up and they give good advice. And we're constantly talking about new ideas, how to reinvest in Alva with what success we've seen with the chamber. So looking for that in the future. We've got some really good ideas.
And I want to make a note also, just on the chamber gala, on the newsletter, we have a man from South Padre who is one of our cheerleaders, and he came for the gala from South Padre.
Showed up.
He joined as a friend of the chamber, and so that was just really, really cool. And then he called and he let us know that he was just he just loves what's going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yes, he's great, and he does visit Alva.
Fairly often.
Yeah,
I think he bought a place here.
Oh, did they? They got the gravel thing that was.
Oh yeah,
So
that's right.
I wondered
Okay.
if they had found a place. Okay. Anyway, also website analytics. So we do have two websites. We have the chamber website, we have the visitalvaok.org website, and we looked at analytics on both, and overall there's growth on both of them. The Visit Alva one, we increased site visits by about 3,000, and then users that actually showed up also was 2,000, 1,500. And then our top pages are the Visit Alva page, both years, but we saw growth on all of those pages. Then when we pull the demographics of who's coming from where to look at our page, it's kind of small, but you can read it there that we've got Dallas and Oklahoma City and Cheyenne. So we are at least reaching people outside of Alva with the Visit Alva OK website.
Enid, I remember, this was several years ago, but I remember Kelly saying several years ago when he visited the menagerie, when we were talking about visitors that come into our place, is he said, it's one thing to get people from the Woodward area because they're used to traveling this way, but when you get people coming from the east to come this way, it seems like, oh, okay, there's something here. And so we do have a lot of hits on Enid, on the Visit Alva
so they're
site.
looking.
So,
That's really cool.
yeah.
And then on the chamber website, thealvaok.net, when our traffic has grown quite a bit too. So I gave you a 2.5 year from April 23 to April, or 2 years, to April 25 to see the growth in how many visitors we are getting there. And you can see the color change there. The darker blue is new, unique visitors, and the lighter blue are returning visitors. So we're excited about that growth. Of course, February is big. We were directing everybody to our website to vote for the gala nominations, and so it's dropped off since then because we didn't have quite as much going on. Then how are they getting to the chamber site? Mainly from Google. Sometimes just type it in, alvaok.net. That's the second line there. And then Facebook, we're trying to feed people to our website more often. We could do more of that if we wanted to. Then our Facebook and Instagram also we had 1.2 million views in the last year on our Facebook page. Our reach is 106,000. A year ago, it was 7,700 was the average, the overall reach. So you can see the numbers there for yourself, but it has been, like I said, surprising growth, which kind of makes me feel like Alva was craving some bright sunshine, and that's what we're hopefully providing. Finally, the Google impressions, how many times alvaok.net shows up in Google when certain words are typed in. And so we have 27,500 impressions in the last, from 2023, 2 years is the highest. And you can see that it has grown over time in that 2 years. And then the clicks of that, the highest clicks we got, meaning that people searched a word and they actually clicked ours, was 300. Again, we could probably grow that a little bit more if we focused on it. And then the last ones at the bottom just show our top pages from Google search. So those are some more analytics. Quality of life, this is just a reminder of all the things that Alva has going on in a pretty visual, so that we're just reminded that whenever somebody says Alva doesn't have anything going on, that's not true. We have an incredible quality of life where people feel like they want to raise their families here. All right, next step. So we put this into a 3-year plan rather than just a 1 year because some of this is going to take some time. We want to create a unified branded message. So we already have the chamber logo and the City of Alva logo, and we have ours is where charm and adventure meet. So it would be neat if we had a logo to throw onto every tourism-funded event. So there's an idea that we want to maybe work on develop. Good. Highlight Alva as a place to visit, live, eat, invest, not just pass through. Maintain open communication, like I talked about before, between all the stakeholders and the organizations, because we have a ton of nonprofit organizations that just want to do great things, so we got to communicate with them of, hey, we need help here. Build an experience-based itinerary. So this is working with our regional areas, or just honing in on the family fun day type of thing. Eat, stay, play. We keep highlighting those, have a playlist of things to do, maybe line it out for people. Here's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, what to do in Alva, those sorts of itineraries. And then digital marketing and storytelling, showcase the local stories. We want to do a little bit more of that. We talked a lot about talking to the business owners that have been here forever, like John Ryerson. Had an incredible story at one of our community coffees. Bringing that in and maybe making it a video or something that somebody can listen to. She talked to Northwest Buzz today. about agri-tour,
Mhm.
putting Alva on the map for that to hit certain places, so that's something to look at. Increasing our TikTok presence, using more hashtags, and then really, oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and we've been in contact with Anna Ramirez with America's Oasis, with everything that's going on at Winoka, at Little Sahara, and just chatting with her about collaborations as well.
Yep. So really our whole Lead With Our Heart thing is empowering others to get involved and to really encourage our community members to take pride in what we've got so that we can grow it, and to show up and to talk to us about ideas and share what they've seen in other when they go on vacation, stop at a chamber and check out what they've got going on and bring it back, and let's talk about it. Encourage businesses to offer visitor specials so that whenever people know, oh, if I go to Alva and I'm not from Alva, they've got a really great deal. Or a lunch special that's for out-of-towners special. I don't know. And then collaborate locally and regionally. So this is where, like she said, talking to Winoka, I want to talk to Race about the potential for a reliability run so that maybe we could hit all of the, hit a morning breakfast spot in Winoka, and they're driving their old vehicles, and they're going to hit Cherokee's something at lunchtime, or the boutiques. And I've talked to Fairview already about this, but I don't know if that's too big. So I need to talk to Race about it. But it's an idea. And then attend other towns' events and have a presence. We did that with the Christmas Light Parade in Winoka and Cherokee. We show up and then they come
And in
to
turn,
ours.
they came here.
And being where we are, where we're not on an interstate, we're going to have to, in our opinion, collaborate with those and get on the map that way.
And I'll just, this just came to my mind also. No, it's good. It's great. I love it because Megan's a great speaker. And so I just let her take it. But I just wanted to also add that our Candy Cane Cash campaign at Christmas was phenomenal. And that did bring people to Alva.
And sales tax, because we
Yeah.
looked at that report afterwards.
Yes, and so, and we had like a place where they could write where they were from. And so we saw all of those tickets that saw where we could see that they were from multiple places, from Kansas and all around, so. Yeah.
From Dallas. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, Scott.
Scott, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
I guess I have, we've talked, but I'd like you just to tell everyone, about keeping the chamber open and having, staff there. So if you could just kind of address that for a second.
So when we stepped in last, I guess it was last April, when we started coming in to volunteer, I let them know, hey, I can be there Monday, Wednesday, Friday from this time to this time, as needed. And then, so that's the way that it all started out. We have continued with Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 10 to 2 with me in there. And then just recently, the board approved for Tricia to be in there on Tuesday, Thursday from 10 to 2. So we now are open from 10 to 2 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday. And I will tell you that the majority of the time, I'm not just there until 2. I may be there until 5. It just depends on what it is that I want to get done that day, because I may be on something on the website, or I may be in the group doing something that I'm going to get more work done right there than anywhere else. And if that's happening, then I keep the door open for people to continue to come in. And we do see, visitors come in at all of those times. We don't close for lunch so that people can come in over their lunch hour if that's a time that they can come in. So I
got
just
some positive comments on that too.
Yeah, and that I say that, and what I've done also here recently, occasionally I will walk up at noon on Monday, but I've been trying to get someone else to come in. Most of the time it's my husband, that he just comes in to watch The Office for an
What
hour.
are you doing on
Because what I do on Mondays is I go up to KALV and have a chamber chat with Ben Buckland and just chat with him and get it out there on the radio about everything that's going on. And that then broadcasts further than just Alva. And people are listening. He had someone text in one day while we were talking and hey, I want to get in on the bed race. What do we have to do? Can we do, talking about Christmas stuff. And so, and he was asking, it was someone from Elk City. They were like, so can anybody join this, or does it just have to be people from Alva? And so that sort of thing for next year. You know, those getting people excited for things to come. So I have been doing that as well. But yeah, for the visitor center, we are open 5 days a week now. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Tricia, for helping out with that.
Yeah.
Okay, other questions for these guys? This is great. I mean, everybody in town should read this. This is amazing.
Yeah,
So,
she definitely should publish it
you should publish it.
on the website or something.
Yeah, this is a lot of great information. And 190 members, congratulations. That's
Yeah.
great.
191, we got a new member today.
Oh,
So-
it's just printed with
Yeah, it was just.
And that's the way it goes.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's like amazing. So, other questions for these folks? You have any, Scott?
I heard it.
You probably heard it.
I've heard all of it, so.
Are we voting to approve this today? Because,
That's how it's on the agenda.
That's how it's on the
Yes.
agenda, or we can table it.
Now, you've got to recommend it for approval to the city council.
I think it
Oh,
needs
the
to be totally tabled.
city council has to approve it.
I'm gonna move that we table this and go into an executive session and discuss this maybe at our next meeting. And if we have to make a motion to continue their funding until we get this done. But I think there's a lot of things that are missing on this as far as tourism and the memorandum of understanding. It's not as descript as prior years. There's no dollar amounts. I mean, there's $1 amount. I mean, because we expect that from everybody who asks money for us. And I just think that that's something that we just need to.
Can you tell us more about what we're missing tourism-wise?
Well, you're asking for 2,000 more, and
Same amount.
It's the same amount.
is it?
Yep.
Maybe I have an old one right here. I have 43.
It was 45 last year.
That's 45.
And maybe we gave
Yeah.
2,000 more last year. The one I dug out is a year old, so we gave them that much last year. Okay, so it is the same amount, and just the way it's broke down, what's going to be spent on what's going to be spent on staffing, what's going to be spent on marketing. It just needs to have a.
And basically, you can.
Oh, I was just going to ask again, like what we're missing tourism-wise.
Tourism-wise, it's not. Tourism-wise, I think a lot of the things that you guys are working on are great. I just still think it's just not I mean, some of it is tourism, yes. But and this is beautiful, and it shows that, you are helping get people to town. But I think tourism and chamber are two separate entities, and they need to meet, and they need to do things together. And I think it would be wise to put out, maybe to hire somebody to help with tourism. If you go to the Alva website, I'll visit alva.org website. It's not updated very frequently. It is missing the.
Do we want, I was going to
So
say,
are you
yeah,
go-
do
so
we
you were
want to
talking
go
about
there?
it on your report. I wasn't going to say anything about it, but you're talking about it on your report.
We're talking about Visit Alva,
Ours.
Yes.
our visitalvaok.net.
Yes,
Our
.net.
website.
Well-
That's what or visitalvaok.org.
Yes.
That's been the tourism website that we have had.
Yes.
And so I didn't know if we wanted to go to the Visit.
And
I was not
honestly,
planning on.
I'm not talking about the old one with the
Yeah.
old person. I'm talking
But-
about the other one, the one that.
That is the one that is happening right now.
right.
Yes.
So when you say it's not updated, I think that's incorrect because she spent a ton of time making sure all of the businesses are on there. Am I wrong?
Currently the Bull is still on there and Troubadour is not. But aside from that, I
The
have
ABCs on
eliminated.
there.
No, I don't have those updated
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
But I am working on the
I'm
website.
not, Jody, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to attack you. I
Yeah,
mean, there's several, I just think we need to discuss the memorandum of understanding in a little more detail.
I think that
because
my
this-
biggest question is what do you want tourism-wise so that we have the understanding of what is supposed to happen to
Okay.
tourism? Because we do feel like tourism, like we are promoting tourism. Are we not?
I personally feel like you are promoting tourism, but that's also just my
Yes.
opinion, so, and you know, that's, I mean,
We wouldn't know how to do it any other way than what we're doing. And when you do step back and look at all of the pieces that we have touched, if you did not have Chamber there promoting and you had a photograph with some words posted daily, and you look at our analytics, I don't know that you could find it for that price that we've projected. So I think you're getting the bang for your buck in the money that you're getting right now, or that we're getting from you for that, especially with the collaboration that we have built and the momentum that we have built. I'm not sure that if you took us out of the picture
I don't
That's
think
not what
she's-
I'm saying.
That's not what she's saying.
at all.
Okay.
That's not what she's
Because-
saying.
I made it more than clear that they can work together, as has been stated formerly or previously in our memorandum of understanding. They employ a tourism marketing staff that create and update, social media and things. And you guys do social media for the businesses in town.
We promote more than just the
But they
businesses.
did the events too.
Okay.
every event that you guys approve, we hit as hard as we
Okay.
can.
I just think we need to talk about it. That's why I'm done. I want to talk about it in executive session or something like that. I'm finished.
Kelly?
Executive session is not permitted for this purpose.
No, not.
No,
Well-
not this agenda, not any agenda.
Okay, well then.
Not for this MOU.
Okay. I mean, I can read some things. Okay, we'll just go ahead and go on. The money that we have paid in the past has been agreed to pay for distribution of monthly meeting agendas, preparation of submission, chamber staff will send each monthly packet to the committee members, which I know we get it online now. The tourism, we've had somebody come in from the tourism to take notes. And instead, we haven't had that for a while. Is that something that you guys, we talked
We have-
kind of briefly covered that. Is that something that's going to be happening?
Yeah, we have,
The
that's,
clerical aspects
Yeah.
of the tourism? Okay,
Is that gonna be Tricia's role?
well, Angelica has volunteered for that as part of the chamber board. So the chamber is still handling it through Angelica.
okay.
And the packet has been done by you
Megan's been
for the
doing.
last year, and
Okay.
will continue to be done by me as usual.
The visitor center should be staffed from Monday through Friday from 9 to 4 with assistance. I know you're staffing it more than you were. We've already paid you the money that, we agreed to have it staffed from 9 to 4. So we've already paid you that money for this whole last year. That's just something else. Marketing for various websites. I know you guys have been working on that. I just think it's something, we've already talked about this. I just think it's something that just needs to be more tourism, travel, bringing people in. You guys do a great job with everything here in town, and when you have an event, you promote it. But,
I feel like over the last several years, the amount that you have paid chamber, I feel like we're finally really living up to that amount.
very well, I'm finished.
Any other questions or discussion? Do we have a motion to either vote on this or table it?
I already made a motion to table it
Oh,
earlier.
you made a motion to table it.
Yes.
Do we have a second? Sorry. Do we have a second on Terry's motion to table this? Okay, do we have a, what do I do when there's no second?
So that motion
Please tell me.
dies, that motion dies for lack of a second. You can ask for another motion.
Is there another motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve the Alva Chamber of Commerce MOU for 25-26 for $45,000.
Is there a second on that
I'll
motion?
second it.
Beer, yes. Scott,
Yes.
Terry,
No.
and Melinda.
Yes.
We really do appreciate it, and we will try very hard to make you proud and continue to make the whole town proud.
Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. Okay, so, fiscal year comparison and February 2025 tax report.
That's your finance director.
Will you pull it up?
Yeah. You have your comparison with that.
Yeah, I just added the year comparison. I did go ahead and include April's sales tax, hotel tax, excuse me. We're still ahead of the game, so since I had April's data, I went ahead and added it for you guys to look at. That's 2024 right there, and if he scrolls down, that is our current. So we're at 128,959 for the year for hotel tax from OTC. And if you scroll down just a little bit more, there's our difference. So we're ahead about 16% for this year so far, and we still have May and June that will come in.
Okay,
So
I think that's tremendous.
yes,
That's like really good.
Yeah.
So,
started off slow, but we picked it up.
that's good. And May and June are usually pretty good, busy months.
Yes, and
Yeah.
there's a lot of softball and baseball tournaments being hosted here soon. I know there's a couple other events coming in, I hope, so I think it'll be good.
Any questions for the report from staff? Yay, I can't wait to see where we are at
Yes.
the end of the fiscal year.
And it usually shows up about between the 5th and the 8th of the month. So
So-
I should have May's numbers by the time we meet again in May that I can just add, even though I know we'll be presenting on April. I can at least let you guys know what.
So by July 15th, we ought to be able to assess the full fiscal year.
Yes, for sure. By July's meeting, we'll be able to access fiscal year 25.
Okay. Okay, are there any remarks or inquiries from the committee members? Anything else that you guys want to say? Any comments from the people in the gallery, the citizens? Okay, should we have a motion to adjourn?
You don't have to.
No, I don't have to. I never am sure which is which.
Just adjourn.
I need to write myself a note. Don't need a motion.